Hey all, it's John from Second Chance Composting. How you doing today? Please like and subscribe to our videos. We do all sorts of composting videos, hauling materials, reviews of products, seeing our business grow from 4 years ago when we started it to now, things that work well, things that don't work. So appreciate having us again. Please like and subscribe. So today I wanted to do a video on one of our products. My daughter's playing over there and we got a fire going today. It's a mid-October day here in the Berkshires, Massachusetts. Windy, but it's actually kind of nice. Trees are starting to lose their leaves. The wind was blowing pretty hard today. Now the sun's going down, so we're getting the hot tub going, the wood-fired hot tub, and we're gonna enjoy that and look at the stars tonight. But I wanted to do this review of this because we got this a while back and a big part of our business here. You couldn't do it without it. So let's talk about it. This is a Diamondback tipper. Diamondback is a company out of North Carolina. So we had to go down to North Carolina, have this put in. Really great company to work with, easy to talk with, easy to coordinate everything with. Really happy to work with them, and I like the product overall. We've had some issues here and there with different things, but not really the problem, not really the issue or problem of the tipper itself, just kind of some of the equipment surrounding that, which I'll get into. So basically what we had to do was we had to call Diamondback, coordinate with them, send them pictures. This trailer did not have this on there, this cut into there. All this was installed by them. Now, there's a company called Perkins that makes tippers as well. Pretty similar type of products. The only thing that I liked a lot better, with the Diamondback was not only do they manufacture these products, but they also install them. So, what's going on? Not yet, in a little bit. For a one-shot deal, we could go to North Carolina, purchase this, and have it all installed. Like, don't do that again. You all right? Yeah. She went down the slide head first. Don't do that again. So you could get hurt. Don't do it again. So we went down to North Carolina and had this thing installed. It took us, we stayed 2 nights. We got back and everything was done. If I was gonna buy it from Perkins, I'd have to get it brought here, sent here, purchase it. Then I'd have to find somebody locally to install it. The hydraulics, do the fab work to get this thing on there, install it, everything. So at the time I called a couple places locally and everywhere was like at least 4 months, some were 6 months out on work. So it did not make sense to buy it, have the part sitting there and then have somebody do it locally. I think it would have cost probably the same amount of money. And I didn't have to wait, so I could just go. They work with the products all the time. They've installed a bunch of these. I really like the team down there. Both the sales team and the installers were really easy to work with. They gave us a tour of their facility when we were there. Just really friendly people, and again, glad to work with them. So, a couple things. The thing that you have to know is how high up do you want your bar to be. So we had to measure all this out before we brought it down there and told them. So what we would do is we'd take one of our totes, and it's got this lip here that grabs underneath, and then it's got this here that grabs the bar right there. So basically you slide up your tote, put it on, now it's on there, we open it, okay? And then hydraulics just lifts it up. And it's got the bar, it's grabbing the bar underneath, so that this tote's not going to go anywhere as long as the bar is secure. And what we do is we tip it into our trailer. It'd be full of food scraps or whatever material. It would dump it in, and then we pressure rinse it. Now, one thing is, let me bring this back down, and then you just press it down with the empty tote. Kind of pops off there, and you just kind of pop off the top. So as long as you're on level ground, you're okay. If you're on a hill or something like that, Or even here where the wheels are on the pavement, or almost are, but we're on kind of like uneven ground here, we might have to just lift that lip a little bit, but it's never too much. For the most part, you can slide your thing right on, your tote right on there and tip it. So fortunately, there's another composting company that worked with this Diamondback, and they're the ones that told me about them. And I'm glad, because they were, again, very helpful. And they also told me the composting company, Black Dirt Farm in Vermont, this guy's name is Tom, very helpful to us. He told me to make sure that we get the screen, or the lip. I don't remember exactly what they call it, but this black part here, this is not part of the regular install. So basically, the tipper only goes to there, and this black plate is an additional part. It was not much more. And honestly, if I didn't know that, I mean, we could have installed it after, but it's huge. If you're moving food scraps, you need it. A lot of times you bring it up, stuff starts falling off, or it would fall off if you didn't have that black plate on there. So also the black plate helps guide everything down and in. So definitely make sure, if you're going to get this, you inquire about that part. Easily done by them. So basically they wire everything in. None of these wires were on here. None of this system was on here. They put this box on too. I'd show you, but it's a little tight right now, so I can get my wrench out. But very happy with it. It's able to lift our totes, and we use the 32-gallon totes. We also use 48 in some instances, and it can lift the 48s as well. I don't think this thing would lift a 64-gallon tote full of food scraps, and I wouldn't try it. The 48s is as much as we want to go anyway. So let me open this up and show you guys what's in here. They installed all this for us, it was very nice having a turnkey system. Just go down, have it installed, and come back home and it's all done. You know, we had to make a couple-day trip of it, but I didn't have to deal with getting all the hydraulics and the tipper sent through Perkins, and then figuring out who's going to put it on, and then bringing all that stuff there. Again, very simple working with them. Tell them exactly what you want. They do these types of all different types of installs for different companies, depending on what they want. It's all custom stuff. So, but again, measure how high you're going to need your bar. We went back and forth with them numerous times to make sure we were getting them the right information. My big fear was we get down there and then had it installed at the wrong height, even by a couple inches. Could have made a big difference. But we'll WD-40 to get these off. River's over there playing. I'm just gonna get these off. Right there. WD-40, you know, not an advertisement for them, but I love using their stuff. Let me get this other one off and I'll show you. So they put in all these pipes and tubes and everything. They ran it underneath the trailer, and I'll go in a minute and I'll give you some details about the box and everything that they used. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second while I get this. I want to show you guys this, so. This doesn't look like it wants to come off. I haven't opened this thing in so long. I might give up on this in a second to keep you. That's really on there. What I'm gonna do is spray that down a little bit more. Come back to it. No worth fighting with it too long. So that's the up and down. They installed this. The guy Tom from Black Dirt has his installed all the way over here on his trailer, which I wish I had done, because then if you're the one operating, you can operate the lift from here at the same time that you're doing stuff up here. So, I mean, I can reach it from there, but you got to bend over. So, also this, they put this on like upside down, not a big deal. You just have to know what you're working with. It's literally as easy as pressing a button up and down. And you want to keep this up when you're on the road, because if not, it sticks out kind of far. Now let me show you the box. Whoa, nice. So yeah, in a little bit we will. So what they do is they connect this directly to your battery box. They put some stuff in here, I don't remember what. They just rewire a little bit, like most of this, actually all this was in here, but they wire it and splice it, you can see this is their wire, into your battery, which has been an issue. Let me see if I can get this off for you and I can show you what we'll work with under here. Give me 1 second again. There we go. Man, this thing hasn't been open in a while. There we go. Little WD-40. Solves a lot of issues. I'm just getting this nut off here, this wing nut. And I can give you a little bit more information about it. Keep it real in these videos. See how it actually goes when we try to do stuff. I didn't plan to open this, and I didn't think it'd be any issue, but that's what happens when you haven't done things in a while. Here we go, I'm almost there. Alright, that needs, I'm glad I did that now, before winter. Okay, so, here we go, sorry about that. So, this had a little thing that popped off. Anyway, they installed this whole box. So this is the pump. There's a little bit of water in there, which I don't like. It's supposed to be a thing to drain this out, which I'm gonna have to look into. That should not be full of any sort of liquid, which is not good at all. So I have to look into that. Have Don, my equipment guy, look into that real quick. So this is the unit that they wire in and install for us. Might need some fluid in there. I'll have to check that after, but that's the unit that they put in. They put the box over it. There's supposed to be a drain in the box to have the water come out, but obviously it's not working because there's a level of liquid in there I do not like. I'm gonna get that out of there. So they wire underneath, and the big issue with this thing is I didn't realize dump trailers work until they don't. I thought feeding this into the 6-way connect or multiple way connect would power this battery enough to be able to tip this thing regularly, because we have to also use this to lift the dump trailer all off of one battery. And I thought we'd be able to do that all day while running this thing all day. So for the first couple months, it was fine. We were able to go on our route and tip, no problem whatsoever. And last winter, we had so many issues with this thing. We could not figure out why the tipper wasn't working. And it wasn't the tipper itself. At one point, we busted a fuse in the truck. We thought it was the battery, so I bought an extra 2 batteries. We thought it was the connection, so we bought a new connector, redid that. We tried a lot of different things, and we could not figure out what it was. It was a tough winter because you'd be out there, you start tipping, you get a few done, and then it would just die. So we started keeping the batteries in during the day, bringing the batteries in at the end of the day, keeping them warm, charging everything before we left, and we would still have it die. We thought it might have been the connection here. Like in the winter, this thing sometimes would get so cold that it froze. So we'd bring that in the truck and warm it up. It was very, very cold last year. So we had a lot of issues, but come to find out, it wasn't the tipper's fault. It was the system that they set up to have the tipper work, running off of this one battery. This battery, yes, is getting power from the truck, but it's not getting even close to enough power to continuously charge it. We would run the truck all day while we were tipping just to make sure it's getting enough juice, and we'd still run out only after a few pickups, which is ridiculous. So we recently found out through YouTube, and I'll share more about this later, but we bought this Boss by Perky's. This is a DC to DC charger. So this is actually charging the battery all the time. More than you're getting from the alternator in the truck. So this thing, well, we just installed this like 3 weeks ago. I'll do a review of this particular thing, but this thing's been a game changer. The last 3 weeks we haven't had any problem. So what's that? Yeah, River wants to press it. See, even a 4-year-old can do this. Yeah, go ahead. Hit it hard. Hit it hard. See, River can even tip totes. She can take a 150-pound tote and tip it. And then she's gonna go up with it. Push your thumb in there. There you go, hold it. Hold it down. Oh, you got it. And River knows how to tip. So this thing's a game changer for us. I'll do a review on this Boss by Perky's. That changed everything for us. Now we don't have to worry about the battery running out, which was, I mean, I was taking 3 batteries, fully charging them, and then we were swapping the batteries like multiple times a day, and it was just ridiculous. We thought we'd tried everything, and I looked online and found that, so that's been amazing. Very happy with this thing. I would say get the Perky's with it if you're gonna do it. This, in a few minutes, it's not gonna do anything for you if you don't get some sort of system to charge it as you're out. I wish this thing would actually plug in or had an option to plug in, because on site, if we could just plug this thing in and run it off of electricity when we wanted, that'd be huge, but it doesn't have that. But that's something that maybe we could find an outfit. But again, this is Diamondback tipper. They're from North Carolina. Easy to work with, easy to talk to. I like the product. There's, you know, you gotta keep it greased up. There's a bunch of grease holes, but it's been really good to us, especially now that we worked out the kinks. There you go. But for a while there, I was kind of. Oh, by the way, this thing was about $8,000 to $9,000 with purchased and installed, which I thought was reasonable. And they outfitted it fully on my dump trailer, so they do custom stuff. That first winter and was really tough, not knowing why it wasn't charging, and we thought it was getting juice from the truck and it wasn't getting enough. So hopefully this winter with that Perky's Boss in there, we shouldn't have the same issue. But yes, if you're gonna move food scraps, get the lip there, that black lip installed on it as well. It's a game changer for us because we used to have to load this dump trailer up with totes, like bring a bunch of totes with us. Let me show you. We used to have to bring a bunch of totes with us, like fill this thing up with the big 32-gallon totes and swap them all out, and then bring them back here, dump them all one by one, rinse them all, and then load it up the next week, swap them out. Now we go on site. You know, some restaurants have 3 of these, some of them have 10, whatever they have. We have a rinsing system in the back of the truck, right there. We tip them, we rinse, we put them back on site, and then we're done. We don't have to be moving totes over and over. You just have to outfit your trailer to be watertight, which we've done as well. I'll do a review of the trailer as well. But again, Diamondback tipper out of North Carolina, about $8,000 to $9,000. That was a couple years ago. Who knows what it is now? But I couldn't operate the business without this thing, and I'm very happy with it. SecondChanceComposting.com is our website. Again, please like and subscribe. I'm gonna get the fire going and get in that hot tub in a little bit. Take care, everybody. Thank you.